Oh yeah, welcome to your first look at something totally different, to the point where all these flaggers coming off the track after press day activity and free practice are saying, what is going on back here? What's going on is a show of a whole new type of racing that we've not had before. This is the inaugural SuperMotocross World Championship, or SMX playoff. We are at zMAX Dragway, part of the Charlotte Motor Speedway complex. I'm Jason Weigandt. It's Concord, North Carolina. Charlotte's about 15 minutes that way. They are really excited, to have a race here, any race here. This area where I live has been begging for an AMA caliber motocross or supercross event for decades. It's been since the late 90s since we had supercross at Charlotte Motor Speedway across the street. But who knew when we got here that we'd have a totally different type of event? You've probably heard a bit about this. We're going to have two classes, 250 and 450, two 20-minute plus one lap motos in each class, and a track that's designed to be a hybrid with a little bit of moto and a little bit of supercross. You've heard all about it. $5.5 million of total prize money, both the end of the season points and also $400,000 per race in purse. You've probably heard all that, but what does it look like? Let's give it to you here on First Look with some actual footage as the riders got to see the track for the first time. And a reminder, of course, our First Look show is brought to you by 60 Helmets, committed to the relentless pursuit of brain protection. 60's patented omnidirectional suspension technology provides protection capabilities unmatched by any other helmet design. Established in 2011, 60 is the technology leader in both motorcycle and bicycle helmet design. So let's think of some storylines heading into this SMX. First, the event itself. How is the track going to race? I was here yesterday, actually, and RJ Hampshire showed up and was surprised, actually, that there are parts of the track that have deep, disced up, sawdust, mulch, heavily watered dirt, kind of like a motocross track. Everyone is saying, though, they have to use supercross suspension settings because this long rhythm section over here, for example, is so steep that you're going to bottom if you try to soften your suspension too much. So everyone's adapting to that. The track doesn't have whoops. The track has rollers instead. That overall blend of motocross and supercross, it's going to look more like a supercross. I think it's going to have more motocross elements by feel that we can't see that the riders do notice. But we won't know for sure until they actually race tomorrow. That's the format of this event. But what about all the storylines of the athletes coming in? I think one of the cool things about having this end of the season playoff with big money on the line is that it's a reset for a lot of riders. We didn't get Ken Roczen in the majority of the Pro Motocross Championship, but Ken Roczen has made his living on being spectacular early in championships. He's won Anaheim 4 times, and he said he's healthy, he's ready. He's really motivated for this one, so even though you haven't seen Ken Roczen race since High Point, he can be very good. Jason Anderson, Justin Barcia, seasons got away from them with injuries. They're back, healthy and ready. A chance to change the storyline for how their year looks. Chase Sexton, he's the Monster Energy Supercross champ. He said he's looking forward to it. Once he got Supercross suspension back on his bike, he's been riding with Roczen at the sandbox. He feels rejuvenated. And Jet Lawrence did say, look, he's not thinking of this as extending the perfect season. Even he is just trying to get a feel for this and see where he ends up. So I think a lot of riders think this is our shot to get back on the top of the leaderboard, shut Jet down a little bit, and they're all coming at it from different angles. And perhaps the rider that signifies that the most, Cooper Webb, back on Monster Energy Yamaha Star Racing for the first time since he switched to KTM for the 2019 season. And look, he has to say that he technically is just getting back on the bike. That's not the case. Webb has been riding this bike for basically 2 months. He is absolutely ready to go and has a point to prove, and it's his home race. So we have a collision course of all these storylines, and that's just the 450s. 250s have it going too. Could be pretty wild when they all get on track tomorrow.
Matt, are you looking at this as this is a chance to learn the bike and team, or do you feel like you're ready to go to contend? What type of Cooper Webb are we going to see?
I'm here to win, so yeah.
Back off to the right of right now. Is the number 96, really good laps.